can you just give like a quick introduction about who you are and what company you work with?
My name is Diep. I'm a co-founder at Unit Network. Unit Network is a DAO builder in the Polkadot ecosystem, and we focus on building the token economy of the future. Token economy of the future means an economy in which tokens represent value, like really a manifestation of the Internet of value. Right now we have the Internet of communication. Information communication is free of cost across the globe. True globalization hasn't arrived yet, right? So basically, what is that world of Internet of value? It's a world in which we, instead of just having 20,000 tokens like we have today, we have a world in which every single person has their own token. It might be a world in which we have at least 7 billion tokens floating around, just in the same way everyone has an email address of today. And Unit Network is basically building this ecosystem infrastructure for that. What we're seeing is also a world in which we need a lot more equal participation. One of my main tasks within the Unit Network, building the strategy and the culture for the network, is to think about ways how we can create this zero exclusive economy. Zero exclusive meaning a world in which everyone is encouraged to participate. In particular, women, for example, who at this very moment, constitute only a very small share of the contributors, the builders, and the investors in the Web3 of tomorrow.
No, I think that Women of Web3 is a very interesting subject. Like it's you and I were here in Consensus 2020, and like when I was looking through the list of speakers, there are very few women. I mean, I would say 10%, if probably less. So what do you think we can do to actually to increase the power of women, and not just probably Web3, but we're talking about Web3, to make it more inclusive for women? What do you think steps we can possibly take to get more women involved in crypto? Some of them, my girlfriends, they're just too scared of the technological aspect, because it's for sure that's a learning curve. For sure. But it's still, like everybody just can spend some time and learn and participate. And that's what blockchain and crypto is great, because it's all inclusive. So what do you do? Because I know you're very focused on Women of Web3. How do you see, what the solution you see from your end?
The beautiful thing about Web3 is it's quite collaborative by nature. It's a permissionless technology, or a world fueled by permissionless technology. So the cool thing is everybody can enter very easily. What we've seen is Web3 has grown very, very rapidly, but the industry in itself is maybe like a bit more than a decade of maturity. Right, so the cool thing is you can enter now, and you do not need to catch up on 3, 5, 6 decades of knowledge. So that's one thing. Second thing is, when you think about what are the most valuable companies by market cap today, they are all Web2 tech companies, mainly American-based. So when you think 10 years into the future, and you look at the list of like the top 10 or let's say top 20 most valuable companies or projects in the world, I personally would think that will be also technology companies, but Web3 companies. So if we think about emancipation or women empowerment, it's actually right now is the time in an industry that is just in its infancy. I would say when you look at Web3 technology nowadays, probably it's like a baby that's about to learn how to grow, about to learn how to walk. That's how early we are in the industry. So when we get women into the space already now, not just as consumer at the far end, but also as those who shape the policies, as those who build, and as those who basically allocate the investment resources, then we actually have a very good chance that by 2025 we have parity in Web3, in a technology that will constitute most of the value of this world, of the economy of tomorrow. So what can we do? For example, we have a lot of initiatives where we give scholarships to women to go to hackathons and conferences like Consensus. This year alone, we have given about 200 scholarships with one of the initiatives we're supporting with Unit called HerDAO. So women are getting free tickets to go to conferences. Why is that so important? Because the moment you go, you can meet people like yourself, and Natalia and Diep can have a conversation, and this is the place where you get the latest insight. Like, blockchain is evolving so fast, you cannot read newspapers and catch up on it. You have to be at the source of places where the technology is being built. And that's conferences and hackathons, for example. So we give women the opportunity to attend there to learn very, very fast. The cool thing about blockchain is instead of like in the traditional investment world, a startup, you have 7 to 10 years until exit. In blockchain, everything can go within like 18 to 24 months. If we can get women to build now, become contributors in DAOs, for example, start to build their own projects, start to build their own companies, and then become investors very, very soon. So the cycle can go very, very, very fast. So scholarships, for example. The second one is speaker opportunities. I'm super grateful, for example, for what you are doing is giving the space, like intentionally, also to hear the voices of women, because we need more role models on all ends of the ecosystem. Builders, hackers, investors, more female role models to join. And the third thing is, and this is what we're also working on with HerDAO, to generate really funds that are dedicated to screening the best female entrepreneurs, to give capital resources to them so they can go ahead and build their own generations of women-led enterprises in the blockchain world.
So I love that you're doing giving scholarships, giving free tickets. It's very empowering to women. So for our viewers, so for anybody out there, I mean, do you take donations? Do you have non-for-profit where can people participate and give the resources to help to send more women to the conference and to get more scholarships, or taking part of your proceeds? I mean, what's the structure and how people can participate to increase women's power in Web3?
This is the beauty of the blockchain community. We have a lot of angel donors, so they give us like their private funds to run our conferences, to contribute and to allocate to the different recipients of scholarships. Secondly, as a company, people can go and use the co-branding opportunities. We host a lot of side events, conferences. We also contribute to hackathons. So this is like direct ways for organization to, on a commercial way, to interact with the HerDAO. And thirdly, we have a HerDAO, a token drop coming up soon, so people can get NFTs, for example. Then that will constitute being an active contributor, a member, supporter of the movement to bring women and non-binary contributors into the ecosystem as fast as possible. Because every day, and I'm very passionate about it, as you can probably hear, every day that we don't take action is a day where the gap between those who already create a lot of wealth and those who might be left behind by technology increases. So every day in which we can bring those who typically are not included into the ecosystem, we kind of work towards closing that gap and making Web3 a fair, collaborative, equal place to be. And that's the future of work, Web3, the future of economy.
Thank you so much for coming here. And can you please tell viewers where they can find you? What's your company's name, website, spell it out, your social, profile, if you're a Discord or a Telegram. So where people should go look and get more information.
So if you want to learn about the token economy, that's unit.network. Unit.network has a 6 weeks free blockchain literacy program. We've taught a few thousand students across the globe for free about blockchain literacy, how to become fluent. And then secondly, for HerDAO, we have a Discord and a Telegram. So just find us on the Google HERDAO, and there you will be notified about all upcoming conferences, sponsorship opportunities, and scholarship opportunities.
Thank you.